Hi everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are doing another unboxing, and I am super excited for this unboxing video because, well, for a number of reasons. I'm in a depth year this year for 2020, and so I haven't really been buying decks, and that's important to the story because I went to Northwest Tarot Symposium and hung out a lot with my friend Linda from her Instagram. It's Blue Hour Tarot, and she gifted me this deck. Not like she gifted it, she was bringing it to put onto the exchange table, or they call it the potlatch table, to set it out to give, and then perhaps she'll receive something from the table after she's left this. But she said, no, I think you should have it. And I'm so grateful. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because it's right up my alley, and I didn't even realize that this was out there. And if I had, I don't know if I would have purchased it for myself, and I'll explain why in a moment, but because I got it the way I did, it's really extra special, and I have been using it, and for me, it's super accurate. And that is the Oracle Tarot Cards by Renee Keith. I have my laptop here because I'm on her website. It's now Oracle Tarot by Renee Sarasvati. Maybe she changed her, looks like she changed her last name. And it says Intuitive Divination Cards is her thing here. And she has some cards that are still for sale on her Etsy, although her Etsy store is closed at the moment. But yeah, I really like it. There's no guidebook. It just says, I think there's a section on her website though that you can go where it has like how to work with the cards and such. And she says here, thank you for purchasing my self-published non-traditional Oracle Tarot deck. Some cards are oriented horizontally as well as the traditional vertical. I created these cards with my heart and soul using mixed mediums, including digital photography, image transfers, paintings, ink, and digital editing. In this basic deck of 50 cards does not include the limited edition, but Linda actually got the limited edition and included them. And yeah, so she says there's no right or wrong way to read the cards, just use your intuition. And my friend etched them already. And here are the backs. Sorry for the glare. Now, the reason why I would be like, oh, I'm not sure about it is because it doesn't have a guidebook and there are no guide words. I'm so sorry about this noise. This noisy laptop. Hold on, cannot deal with that right now. It needs to stop it. Let's see if I can move it. Oh. Sorry. Not much better, but okay. I was like, what is going on with all the noise? There we go. It stopped. Okay, so we have that. And you really have to use your intuition with these cards. And some people may not be into that. And there was a time where I'm like, well, there's no guide words. There's no, or keywords, I should say, and there's no guidebook. But I'm at a point now in my reading that I actually enjoy cards like this, where I can just kind of get lost in looking at a feather floating up. And you can see how, these cards can invoke so much emotion here. Look at that, the intensity of that. Clearly the Devil card is a representation here. This one, I think it's upright like that. Let's see. The Green Man. So it's right up my alley in terms of, I do have indie decks that don't have guidebooks, and they are, you know, this tarot, traditional tarot size, and they're like basically photographs that have been, you know, manipulated or some, you know, have some form of artwork overlay on it. And I really like this one. Yeah. And what I'll do at the end of this, once we go through all the cards, is I'll change angles and we'll see how they shuffle. We'll spend a few minutes just kind of seeing how they shuffle. I love that one. And see what card jumps and see what comes up for our intuition. And she actually, Renee, has a channel, a YouTube channel. And on her website, she has a YouTube video going over just the meanings of the cards, or at least most of the cards. I don't know if it includes all. I don't know. I know it said 50 cards, so I'm going to definitely watch that video and see what her take is on some of the card meanings. But I've had, when I was in Portland for the Northwest Tarot Symposium, I used this deck quite a bit. If I wasn't using my tarot deck, my slow tarot, that's the deck that I brought with me to use while I was there, then it was this one. This is so gorgeous. I love that a lot. And the readings were accurate. I love decks that you can, like, they're like oracle decks, but they're standalone. Like, I could do a reading with this deck as a standalone. Like, I wouldn't need any other deck to work with it, because everything that I need to answer a question or to get some answers, you know what I mean? Like, if you just don't have a specific question, they're in the cards. I like that one a lot too. I'm not quite sure what this is. Oh, it's like this. I love that. Oh, I love it. This is nostalgic for me for some reason. It reminds me of when I was 7 or 8 years old and we were traveling across country and we were going through, I want to say, the desert at that point. Mojave Desert, and it was dark, and the moon was big and bright, and you could see it. You know, it was so bright you could see the shadows casting on the desert ground. What do you want to call it? Like the sand. It just looks just like this in my memory. Maybe not quite like this, you know, with the superimposed moon, but you know what I mean. I'm so glad that she was planning on putting this on the exchange table, and it comes with this cool little pouch. So it's one of the images here, like that. I don't know if we've come across the image yet. The possibilities with this, you know, the deck is like, are endless. Like if you had a reading and someone was like, oh, is someone gonna come into my life and what are they gonna look like? And you actually have clues in these cards to tell them, you know, just say, oh yeah, I think they wear glasses and they might be the kind of person who has long hair, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's, let's see. Oh, look, another devil card. Intense. Oh, interesting. The other devil card is more about something happening to others, and then this is something more like negative patterns kind of being more inflicted onto ourselves. That's how I'm interpreting that. And then see, here you go. Oh, no. I'm sorry, I didn't. Stop. I forgot to put my sign up. I'm like, no. I don't want to have to interrupt this video. Again, I had so many interruptions with noisy laptop. Oh, look at this. Almost done with this portion. We'll switch angles. Okay. We've gone through all of them, so we'll do a shuffle and then see what comes up and see what our intuition has to say about what we're seeing in the cards. All right, I'm going to switch angles now. Okay, so let's just see how she shuffles. See, if all decks could shuffle this beautifully. I am in the camp that appreciates a deck that can be easily shuffled. Oh, I like the way it shuffles. Oh, and now I'm like, what do we want to ask? All right, why don't we do just a simple past, present, future with what's going on a, you know, with the people on a global level, the collective, if you will. What's past, present, and future? Past, present. Oh my goodness. Oh, I gotta stick this over there. I'll pull it up in a minute. And then we're looking for future. Okay. 2 cards come up for the future. Okay, which is fine. Okay. So This is the past. This is us in the present. Let's see. This is, I guess it could be like not like this, but like this. So each of them kind of have a vertical, horizontal situation. Then we've got the future, music, and someone really looking at something and thinking and pondering. All right. So the past, these go together, but not these two. The past, I am like, wow, look at that. What can I say about this? I'm getting like black and white. Everybody's seeing things black and white in the past, not really being able to see things, the grays, the shadows, not being able to keep an open mind at times. Got our shades on, no less, just really just kind of blocked out. The past energies are like, it just was stark. There's these people over here, these people over there, and there's no mixing or blending. Even though we say we're in a blended society, we say we're, in a melting pot, when at the end of the day, if you really were looking at it, it'd be more like this checkered experience here we've got going. So it's like we also have like our blinders on, not really seeing what's coming, even though we've got our shades on. They're supposed to help us see. We've got all these different things, all these different technologies available to us to be able to help us see what's coming. All this intelligence, it's artificial intelligence to help us know. But in the end of the day, it's just like sometimes you got to take them glasses off and put down certain things and really listen and go within. It's an interesting card. Present. Let's look at this. Let me see. She's got like smoke. I don't know. Oh, that works for me, but not for you guys. Let's see. I was trying not to get a glare. There's like some smoke coming up out of her hands. Let me see if I can get it really close without a glare. There. Right now, world's on fire now. Present, we are just like, we're in the throes of some, like a major global shift that's, causing us ultimately to really feel like anger and anguish inside. We want somebody and something to be mad at in the present. We have a lot of anger. We have a lot of like, a lot of shit on the line here, and it's just scary times and uncertain times, and you don't know what to believe. And you've got a leader on television who's constantly spewing hate, not really talking to us, not really engaging, people, but not looking at us, but looking away and just still constantly angry. And it's like, at this point, we need level heads and cool, calm, collected folk running and leading the show. And thankfully, everybody is trying to come together. But yeah, there's a lot collectively right now on the collective level of anger and frustration at the lack of things that's needed on the shelves, the lack of supplies that's needed for our healthcare professionals to really help us. It's just frustrating. And, when we're frustrated, it's coming from a place of feeling like we have no control, we have no ability to change anything, but that is not the truth. over time, I get a sense that we're going to see the truth of what it is and how powerful we actually are. But let me see if I can zoom in a little tighter. Yeah, there we go. And then we have the future, the outcome. How does the outcome, or what's the future? What's happening? What's happening next? We've got music playing. That's a good sign. And this time it's like maybe science prevails. We're looking at things a little bit closer. We're actually, able to discern some fact from fiction. We're able to analyze and come up with some different ways of dealing with what we've got going on our plates right now. There's some deep thinking going on. The best and the brightest on the prowl, on the case, is going to help. And also the ones who move our soul. There's going to be a lot of leaning on music in the future. I thought it was moving when I was you hear all these different stories, but in Italy, the quarantined people, in the night had started singing. They're serenading each other, opening their windows and, their doors and singing to one another. And I thought, wow, that is so beautiful. And what a beautiful way to connect to your human brothers and sisters. It's just beautiful, and making beautiful music together over and over again, day after day, and then finally letting music be what guides us to our beautiful future. And I'm encouraged actually by this card in the future position, because it's like, okay, sensible minds are going to be at the helm and leading us forward, and we all will play a part in the recovery of what we're going to have to face and deal with on the other side of this situation we got going on. All right, so that's just my quick intuitive go at it. I really like this deck. I'm not going to lie. I really, really like it. It's fun for me. It's like when I got the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle and I had nothing else like it. Yeah, it kind of is a little Lenormand, but not really. I still love that deck through and through. And I only usually I'll use it with other oracles, but it's like it kind of takes the place of a tarot for me. And this is like, I think would be a similar experience. Like I probably could throw some additional oracle cards down, or maybe a tarot. I think I did work with this with a tarot deck, and it sung beautifully together. But this can also be a standalone, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Linda. I'm so in love with this deck. I'm going to be using this a lot. I have already been using it, and it's kind of a sign of the times for me. Some of my decks are like more of like a period in my life, and this is definitely an interesting period in my life. I don't know about y'all's life, but in my life, it is definitely interesting. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Thank you all so much for watching. So much love and many blessings to you. Take care. Bye.